Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I have a very exciting haul to share with all of you. So for the past couple months, Pat McGrath has been having these insane sales on her lip products. So pretty much all of her lip glosses and her lipsticks have been only $12. And that is a huge discount considering that her lipsticks are usually $38 and her lip glosses are usually $28. So only $12 is a really steep discount, and they've been selling like hotcakes. So I couldn't miss out on this opportunity. So I have all of these products over here. So let's see. We have 4 of her lip glosses, 1 lip liner, and 1 lipstick. The lip liner I actually bought at full price for $28 just because I've been really dying to try her lip pencil formula, but everything else was on sale for only $12 each. So in today's videos, I thought I would run through all these products with all of you and do some swatches and first impressions. I tried my best when I bought these products to get a wide variety of different formulas. So hopefully this can also double as a review of all the Pat McGrath lip formulas, since some of these colors might be out of stock by the time this video comes out. But hopefully this can still be helpful for you guys in terms of seeing all the different formulas and shades and how they work in action. So without further ado, let's start going through these products. So first off, this is the packaging that we have for the lip glosses. And I love Pat McGrath's packaging. I always keep the boxes from all of her products, and this is no exception in terms of being really cool, edgy, and chic at the same time. It has that beautiful sort of collage in the background with the lips and the lettering. And then it opens this way, so you have a flap over here, and then you have the lip gloss inside. So here we have the first shade, which is Flesh 6, and this is in her High Shine formula. Next, I got Bronze Temptation, which is in the Shimmer formula. So you can see in comparing these two, even though they're somewhat similar in shade, the Shimmer one definitely has a clear golden shimmer throughout it. And then next two are in her Glitter formula. First, we have Bronze Divinity, and looking at all of these together, I'm sensing a theme in terms of the products I bought. So again, Flesh 6, Bronze Temptation, Bronze Divinity, all pretty rosy, neutral shades. But I did want to spice it up a little bit, so I also have Astral Flashdance, which is a very glittery, exciting formula. And I think this will go really well with some of the Celestial Divinity and Subliminal shades that I have in my eyeshadow collection. So here are the 4 lip glosses that I picked up, going from most everyday to least everyday. So let's go ahead and get these on my lips. So first off, we have Flesh 6, which is described as a rich rose brown. And this is my first time ever trying Pat McGrath's lip gloss formula, which I've heard rave reviews about. And I really enjoy this first shade, even just upon this first application. It's much more pigmented than I anticipated, which I personally love because I love me a good pigmented gloss. And it's very comfortable and very high shine as described. So I can definitely see myself reaching for this on an everyday basis. And next up we have Bronze Temptation, which is in the Shimmer formula, and this is described as a golden bronze. So there is Bronze Temptation on the lips, and this is definitely a much sheerer formula. So I think this would be beautiful layered on top of another shade, or if you're just going for a pretty natural look but want a little bit of shine on your lips, I think the shimmer is actually quite natural, even though in the tube you can definitely see the gold flip. On the lips, I feel like the gold doesn't actually stand out that much, and the base pigment is definitely quite similar to my natural lip color. I have noticed there's a little bit of that kind of birthday cake vanilla taste and scent with these products, but I think it's good that it's there because I have noticed there also is a little bit of that plasticky, filmy smell to it as well. So I think the birthday cake does a good job of masking that. And then next up, we have Bronze Divinity, which is in the Glitter formula and is described as a bronzed rose with gold and pink pearl. Definitely a pretty apt description of what you see in the tube here. So let's see what this looks like on the lips. Oh wow, so this Glitter formula definitely has a lot more of the shine that you would expect from a Pat McGrath lip formula. So I feel like this is almost the lip equivalent of some of her Blitz Astral formulas, in that it is a very shimmery, multi-dimensional topper type of product. And so you could really layer this beautifully on top of any lip product and just add some of that bronzy glow to it. So I'm really excited to use this product, especially in conjunction with some of my more matte formulas. And in camera, I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer super clearly, but definitely in person, if I look carefully with my mirror, I can see the little glitter particles, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous product if you just want something that does have a little bit more of that special impact. So the last lip gloss formula is this Astral Flashdance, and this is described as a sheer orchid with glittering blue and pink pearl. So already in the tube, you can tell this is definitely a party for your lips. So let's go see this swatched now. Woo-wee, so that is really, really pretty. I feel like this is basically VR Violet in a lip shade, so I'm really excited to pair this with Subliminal, especially just to see how that goes together. The base pigment is quite sheer, but has an ever so slight purpley tinge to it as described. And you can really clearly see the blue sparkle. Less of the pink on my lips, but I can definitely see a lot of that blue just shimmering around. And it definitely looks less intense on the lips compared to in the tube. I feel like this would be so gorgeous on top of some deep lipsticks and then with a really strong smoky eye. So with the lip glosses done, we have two more formulas to try out, and these are kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum, so much more if you want something that is long lasting on the lips. So here I have her Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in the shade Structure, and this is a really gorgeous box that kind of is giving me a bit of like David Bowie vibes. So really, really pretty. Again, it's a similar to packaging with this flap, and then you just have the product here. And oh, interesting. It also comes with a sharpener, so that's very handy. A little sharpener that says Pat McGrath Labs. And then here is the shade itself. Let me also show you on this side. Oh wow, that's nice. It looks very, very creamy. So that's exciting. I was on the fence between this shade and Contour because Contour has been raved about, but Structure Online looked like it might be a little bit warmer, which I thought might go better with my skin tone. So let's try it out. It doesn't have a color description on Pat McGrath's website, so we'll see. So there is the shade just on the outer rim of my lips. And I will say this is less deep than what I was hoping. I was hoping this would be a little bit more of a rich brownish shade for the times when I have more of a lipstick that is too light for me and I just want to add a little bit more depth on the corners. So it's a little bit disappointing in that sense, but it is a really pretty shade, so it's got that going for it. It just might not work for the particular use case that I personally had in mind. So I'll just go ahead also and fill in most of my lips so you can see the color a little bit better. So there we are. That is Structure all over the lips. And I actually think it matches very well with this eye look that I have going on today. But again, it's not quite the brownish shade that I was originally hoping for, but we'll see. Maybe this will work well with some of my lipsticks. It's definitely a nice shade though that is quite similar to my natural lip color. So now for the final lip product of today. So here we have Venus in Furs in the Matte Trance formula. And this is my first time trying Pat McGrath's Matte Trance formula. I have really loved her Luxe Trance formulas in the past, and I have two of those over here on standby. But let's try this guy out. So here we are with Venus in Furs, and it is described very simply as a rose shade. I do see this white cast on the outside, which doesn't look great, so hopefully this product is still okay. It might just be really old at this point. Maybe she's having the sale because she has a lot of products that have been in the warehouse too long. I don't know. If you guys have had this sort of white cast on your lipsticks before, please let me know, and let me know if it still is safe to use. I guess we'll go in today and just see. And I think this will actually pair pretty nicely with Structure because they are similar tones, but yeah, definitely a little bit sketched out about that. So there we have Venus and Furs on the lips. And I would say with my skin tone, this is definitely pulling a lot more mauve than what I anticipated. When I think of rose, I think of something a little bit more neutral. So that's different than what I anticipated, but it's still a really beautiful shade. And I think actually this would go really well with looks from Divine Rose 1 because it's that same sort of mauvey pinky rose shade. The lipstick doesn't smell weird, fortunately, but I am a little bit concerned about all of the white on this, so I might take this off right after filming this video. So with the lip swatches out of the way, I also just wanted to quickly swatch them on my wrist so you can see all of them side by side in case you're debating between any of these shades. So again, this is Flesh 6, which is in the High Shine formula and is the most pigmented. And then we have Bronze Temptation, which is in the Shimmer formula and is kind of intermediate pigmentation. But again, on my lips, it's a very similar color to my natural lip color, so it doesn't actually come across as very pigmented. Then we have Bronze Divinity, which is very sheer, but has a lot of beautiful bronzy gold shimmer. Then we have Astral Flashdance, which has a little bit more of a base pigment than Bronze Divinity, but definitely less so than these other formulas. And then we have Structure in the Permagel lip liner. And then finally, we have Venus and Furs in the Matte Trance. And just to round out the swatches, I'll also show you guys my 2 Luxe Trance formulas. So here we have a natural and then 35mm. And so you can definitely see that these have a tiny bit more sheen than the Matte Trance formula and are obviously different in shade as well. So Venus and Furs is a lot cooler toned and more mauvey than either of these. So overall, in terms of my first impressions, I would say I probably will gravitate the most towards Flesh 6 just because I do like more pigmented lip products, especially pigmented lip glosses on an everyday basis. That said, I think these sheer lip glosses will kind of change up the way I wear lipstick potentially because maybe it'll enable me to wear some of my less comfortable formulas, but with these as a glitter topper. In terms of these 2 products here, I will admit they are a little bit of a letdown for me. With the lip liner, the formula seems great and it's a very, very nice color, but it's just not the color I was looking for because I have a bunch of lip liners that are already kind of similar to my natural lip color, and I was really looking to diversify and get something that was a little bit deeper and a little bit more brown instead of pink in undertone. And then Venus and Furs is a really pretty shade that I think will go well with some of my cooler toned looks, but I am just a little bit sketched out about this white cast. Like, that doesn't look good. At minimum, this suggests it's probably a little bit old, but hopefully it doesn't mean it's just actually gone bad. So I'll probably reach out to Pat McGrath's customer service team to see what's up with this. But the shade is very nice. It's definitely not super comfortable on the lips in that, you know, it's a matte formula. But as far as matte formulas go, so far it feels reasonably nice. And I do feel like it kind of fills in your lines a little bit. So even if it does have a bit of a drying effect, you won't necessarily get a really crinkly lip look. The other thing I will just mention is compared to my 2 Luxe Trance tubes, this Matte Trance one feels a little bit more flimsy. Like when I push this up and down, there's something that feels slightly loose in this tube. So I've seen other people complain about how Pat McGrath's lipstick packaging is not necessarily the sturdiest, but I previously had not had any issues with that. So I do wonder if it's more specific to the Luxe Trance type or if it's more specific to some of these older colors. I mean, you know, based on that white cast, it seems like this lipstick might have been sitting in a warehouse for a while. But hopefully it works out. Like I said, this shade is really pretty, even though it's not really what I personally would expect when I think of rose. Definitely more mauve for me. But overall, I enjoyed trying all of these new formulas from Pat McGrath because prior to this, I had used my Luxe Trance lipsticks a lot, but I hadn't really branched out into her other formulas. So this has definitely at least been a good tour of those. And so I hope this was also helpful for you all. I think a lot of her lip products are still on sale now. So even if these particular shades are sold out, hopefully this has just given you a little bit of a sense of how the formulas work and perform such that you can pick some of the ones that are still available. Overall, I would say that for $12, these are all an amazing deal and it's a really great opportunity to try out Pat McGrath's lip formula. But yeah, other than the Flesh 6, picks. I don't know that there's any obvious winners yet for me. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this haul and swatch. If you bought stuff in this Pat McGrath sale, please let me know how you liked the shades and the formulas, and maybe I'll pick up some more in the future. It does seem like she might be trying to get rid of these, so my guess is at some point we'll probably see some new formulas or some new shades come out, but who knows? The sale has been going on for a few months now. So if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!